So sometimes I feel like, what can I say on YouTube to people who are currently going through the struggle? And I know how hard it is. I just addressed Maria. It's so hard that sometimes you don't even want to believe it to be true. So what can I say as someone who, yes, I have endured the hardest of days, but now that God has blessed me to be in this space, how many times can I say, you guys are going to be okay? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I couldn't wait to do another video just because I have had an influx of new subscribers to the channel, which always warms my heart that, you know, my story, my testimony, and me being able to share my journey has resonated with you guys in some capacity so that you're wanting to subscribe to this channel. And now I'm only a few hundred subs away from 10K subs. So now it's officially a goal of mine. And I know if you're subscribing to this channel, you want content. So I'm here to bring you content. Today, I really wanted to just express my gratitude for like all the dialogue that's exchanged underneath, directed to me. There's some of you guys, nurses, patients, just people who are invested in the CKD community. Like, you guys are having conversations below these videos and answering questions and giving some of you guys somebody to talk to and relate with in this journey, which I know can be extremely difficult. And some of these comments, they touch me. You know, going through this journey feels very lonely when you're going through something that just the intermediate people around you are not going through, and you feel like you're going through something by yourself. And so when I initially started this channel, it was during COVID. I had moved home because I was then suffering from my kidney failure for the second time, because as you know, if you have subscribed to this channel or been following my journey, I have had 2 kidney transplants, one in 2014 and my second in 2021. So shortly after COVID took over our world, and I was home alone and felt like I was going through, but also the world was kind of sat down, but I had ample time to kind of share my journey. And that's kind of where this channel really was birthed. In addition to the influx of subscribers, it actually is September 1st. September 1st is the day that I received my second transplant, and I am officially 4 years post kidney transplant for the second time. And as I was like prepping to do this video, I realized that as it concerns my first transplant, that around this time, 4 years into, you know, having my graft, having my transplant, that kidney started to fail 4 years in. So that's, I'm having like a visceral experience from that, because it was such a blessing to receive my first transplant. My first transplant I received from my first cousin, Erica. She literally donated from her to me. And then my second transplant was through the paired exchange program. So my best friend donated on my behalf. But to have somebody close to you give up a piece of their body for you, and then 4 years later for you to start enduring these things, it's a level of guilt that's attached to it. But just, you know, a lot of fear associated with that, as I'm sure you can understand. I've encountered, being in this CKD community, people who have received multiple transplants, and it happens because a transplant, I like to remind you guys, it is just a treatment. It is not a cure. So just because you receive a transplant does not mean that you no longer have the chronic illness that required you to receive the transplant. So it's actually very common for the reoccurrence of transplants in CKD patients. But, you know, just being able to share a bit of my journey, and you guys been able to share parts of your journey with me, it's kind of been the most gratifying part in this. So I wanted to say thank you, but also let you guys know, like, hey, I'm 4 years post. I'm doing well. I know when you have a transplant, you're prone to so many things. You do still have an active kidney disease. I do still have an active kidney disease. So I'm on immunosuppressants to keep my body safe, to keep my body from attacking itself, attacking a kidney, because that kidney doesn't technically belong to me. It's not my native kidney. So the body responds to protect you. It wants to attack anything that it feels like it's not supposed to be there. And my body does, even with all the good that the kidney does, my transplanted kidney does, my body recognizes it as a foreign body. So it wants to kill it off. It's not supposed to be there. And that's what the importance of the medication that I always emphasize, like, take your medication, take your medication, take your medication, because it's so important for the extent of the life of the kidney, but just your life in general. For me, as a transplant being just a treatment, as dialysis is just a treatment, there's no better treatment than a transplant. It's a lot of moving parts to that. So just making sure that you do all that you can, all of the due diligence to ensure the safety of that kidney. So take those meds. If you have yet to receive a transplant, just start to embed in your mind that that is going to be a part of your daily life. And it's super, super, super important. So today, to express my gratitude and my excitement for the new influx of family that I have received on this channel, I wanted to just answer some of your questions and give a couple of shout outs to some of my subscribers who have sent messages to me. And I haven't been able to respond to all of them. I respond to a lot of them. I'm just actually finding new messages because I typically don't check my Facebook or my Instagram for messages, but I'm trying to be more intentional about making sure that, hey, there are people reaching out there. So let me go and look. Your DMs can be a scary place, y'all. So I typically avoid going in there, but because I know some of you are trying to communicate to me in that space, I did go in and I screenshotted so many messages from some of you guys. So this message specifically, I want to shout out first because this message made me cry when I received it. And I actually responded to it as soon as I read it. I read it a little late, but as soon as I was able to see it, I responded to it. So this message was from Maria. Maria DM'd me on Instagram and she wrote me this. And I'm just going to say that her name is Maria because this is a part of her journey. I was going to say her Instagram handle, but she may not want, people to know who she is. So I'm just going to say this is from Maria. Maria said, "Hello, let me start by saying you are truly a blessing. I have a kidney disease called FSGS. I got diagnosed in 2015. Thank God I paid attention to my body and the doctor was to treat me. Then I got the flu this year in February. Who would have thought it would attack my kidneys? My doctor called me and said, your kidneys are failing. You need a kidney transplant. I cried like a baby. I knew my life would change. I have an amazing husband who loves to research everything, and he came across your YouTube channel and kept telling me I need to watch it at the time. I was scared. I didn't want to see anything regarding dialysis. I have my surgery scheduled for, I don't want to give her date, but she had her surgery scheduled to get her port, so she decided to watch my YouTube channel. She goes on to say, oh my God, you are a lifesaver. At that moment, I felt like I am not alone. To see someone that went through what I am going through, all I could do is thank my husband as we are watching your YouTube channel together. I hope you read this. I just want to say thank you." I have received messages like this before, and there's so many parts of this that really touch me. So I responded to Maria. We had a conversation. She actually has FSGS. That's the exact disease that I was diagnosed with. And I felt very similar to her in feeling like if I don't see it, if I don't acknowledge it, then maybe it's not real, that denial process. And I think it's a healthy feeling to be able to acknowledge that that's what you're feeling. I always just advocate for feel your feelings, but don't live in that space forever. Because as soon as you own the fact that this is what life has become, and that's not an easy thing to do at all, but as soon as you do, that's when you're able to kind of dominate it and it no longer control you, but you control it. Your life can be exactly what you want it to be still. as long as you grasp that, hey, this is how and what I have to maneuver through. I also want to thank her husband. Like, for me, my support system is everything. It's everything. So for her to acknowledge that she has a man by her side that is doing the work that she's not even capable of doing yet, you know, doing the research, the things that she's going to need for the success of her journey. Like, she has a partner doing that. So I think that's beautiful. My family, I don't know if I would be here if it wasn't for my family. So to have people like that when you go through such things as chronic kidney disease, like, it's life-changing. And for some, I feel like it's the difference in the success of your journey, having a support system. I mean, if you don't, everybody's capable of finding their own strength. But to have somebody who gives you more of that strength is so valuable, and it's so heartwarming. And because I experienced that myself, like, this touched me, and I know that she's going to be okay. I think now Maria knows that she's going to be okay. So I'm very excited for her, and now that she's owned it and doing her research, because I felt like me being ahead of the curve, knowing everything that I know, I felt prepared for everything that came my way. And I felt like there was always a solution to every problem that kidney disease gave me. So that's my first shout out. Thank you, Maria, for the message. This next message was also from my Instagram DMs. I'm just going to give a first name again. This is from Andrea, or Andrea, because I have a friend, her name is Andrea. So Andrea or Andrea, her message said, I'm not sure if you will get this message, but I came across one of your videos on YouTube and I found myself looking for more. I'm currently receiving dialysis due to kidney failure, waiting for a transplant. HD, which is hemodialysis now, and PD in less than a month. Thank you for being open and sharing your journey. The videos are so helpful, and it eases my fears of what's to come. You made it and are thriving. I look forward to doing just that. Amazing. Why I chose this message, one, I'm always so grateful for people feeling like anything that I've put out helps them in any capacity. Like, it helps me. As I'm putting out these videos and you guys are saying that it helps you, like, these messages help me. It makes me feel like, oh, there's purpose in what I'm doing. I'm helping people. There's purpose in what I'm doing. You guys don't have to reach out to me, and you choose to do it anyway. So for me, it makes me so happy. What she said at the end is, you made it and you are thriving. I look forward to doing just that. I've kind of struggled with what to post on YouTube for you guys, because a lot of the times I've expressed this to a lot of people around me and I haven't quite expressed it here on YouTube, but this message made me want to, is I feel like because I am currently on the other side of dialysis, I've received a transplant, and my current regimen is just taking medication on a regular, but all of my day-to-day things that I do aren't based on dialysis. And that's what happens when you're on dialysis. You have to, your day and how you operate throughout the day is kind of based on what's going on with you medically and when you're going to do your dialysis. And so sometimes I feel like, what can I say on YouTube to people who are currently going through the struggle? And I know how hard it is. I just addressed Maria. It's so hard that sometimes you don't even want to believe it to be true. So what can I say as someone who, yes, I have endured the hardest of days, but now that God has blessed me to be in this space, how many times can I say, you guys are going to be okay? That's something that I genuinely believe. So I have made it my duty to inform myself, be aligned with things that I still feel like can help you. And so I am expanding the channel. I have made avid plans to bring other forms of health things to this channel to help not just the kidney community, which will always be my community that I'm personally invested in, but just other things that surround women's health and others. For Andrea to say, hey, you're thriving now, that she sees that I've been past those hardest days, and that encourages her, makes me want to keep putting out content. So I've genuinely struggled. Like, what do I say? I feel like I'm shouting from the mountaintop saying, hey, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Because I believe that, but there's nothing like, you know, when you see in somebody going through exactly what you're going through, and it makes it relatable. So I'm going to do my best to just keep being informed so I can inform you. I'm aligned with so many different organizations that are working hard in the CKD community to make the lives of patients easier, better, more quality, because I advocate for quality of life on this. Like, you can still live the life that you live. So thank you for your message, Andrea. It's encouraging me to put out more content and to stay deeply involved in the CKD community. I wish you the best in that journey. Thank you for reaching out. I'm glad you're watching my videos. I think it's super cool that I have viewers in Australia and Ireland and all over. I get messages from people all over. So those are my shout outs for the video. I could go on and on and on, but then we'd have like a 3-hour long video from all the wonderful comments that you guys leave me. I do actually do videos of like specific Q&As where every comment that I bring into this video is a question that I can answer for, you know, everybody to understand and to get answers to. It being my 4-year transplant anniversary, I really just wanted to come here and express my gratitude and love and excitement for the future. I have so many things in the works, guys. I've been in talks with a lot of different people about how I can be beneficial in the CKD world and use my platform to, like, you know, bring exposure to us as patients and be able to bring knowledge to people who may not have access to it all over the world, apparently. I'm so excited to bring it to you. Yeah. Today is a day full of gratitude. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for the people who have donated their time to my care, and my friends who have given up pieces of their body to ensure that I live a good life. My friend Keisha, my best friend from high school in my hometown of Clarksville, Tennessee, her giving a kidney is why I currently have this one that I'm celebrating today. And the wonderful doctors that I've met along the way, and just ample people, and I'll bring all those people to these videos. And again, remember, we're almost at 10K subscribers, so if you're not subscribed to me yet, please push that subscribe button and make sure to like and continue to leave comments, continue to DM me questions, or whatever else that you want to. I'm so excited for the future of this channel, and I'm grateful to be here in this journey with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Each and every one of you who have subscribed to this channel has validated this experience for me, and I live in such gratitude, especially on today, because of it. I will see you guys soon, and I hope you guys will be back to join me. I love you guys.